In a stormy twist in the concrete jungle, New York City students found their classrooms invaded, their spaces taken by the arrival of nearly 2,000 illegal migrants seeking shelter from a tempest. This unsuspected migration turned a Brooklyn high school's gym into an overnight haven, a decision that didn't sit too well with many locals. Furious murmurs and shouts rose like thunder as the migrants' buses rolled in. One mom, identified as Michelle, unleashed her frustration, demanding to know it felt to disrupt the students' education. How does it feel that you kicked all those kids out of school tomorrow? Does it feel good? She cried in the pouring rain. Ah! The city's decision sparked lightning-like anger from residents like Rob, questioning the sudden intrusion into their neighborhood and voicing concerns about the migrants' illegal immigration, unknown backgrounds. Who are these people? Where are they from? What are they doing? Have they been vaccinated or boosted? As the storm threatened, city officials made a move, fearing for the safety of a makeshift tent shelter, opting to relocate the illegal immigrants, to the school, citing an abundance of caution. Over here, kids, it's going to get crazy. Yet, the swift relocation stirred a whirlwind of objections from the community, questioning why their school had been the brunt of this disruption. Why our school, huh? Why did you choose us? It's because we're black. Amidst the chaos, questions thundered louder than the storm. Why here? Why disrupt student learning? Why not a more suitable shelter? These cries, like a 4-star hotel or a Holiday Inn where the breakfast is always free and hot and ready. These cries echoed through the frustration-filled atmosphere. The storm's fury, however, wasn't just a metaphor. No. The tent city had previously weathered heavy rain and winds and left illegal immigrants, fearing for their safety. Concerns over the tent's stability and its extreme weather had been previously raised but seem unheeded. Put them back in the tents, they cried. Now, as the city grapples with the aftermath of this decision, criticisms storm in front of the council members and locals alike, claiming foresight was abandoned for expedience. Operation Experience Warp Speed. The looming cloud of discomfort swirls around the decision, making as they defend their actions. This saga, an unintended consequence of humanitarian effort, now forces the city to grapple with the aftermath as it tries to shelter the displaced amidst the storm. Isn't that fun? That was a little fun thing. Thanks for riding that, Derek. You're welcome. And what a wonderful thing, you know. Hey, what do we do with these people? You know, it's like, what are we supposed to do? We put them in our little tent cities. We let them just, get free health care and free phones and stuff like that. While you're a sucker paying your T-Mobile bill. Or if you're poor like me, you have Mint. I'm just kidding, I have T-Mobile. And paying our health insurance. And these people living in a beautiful tent, fantastic tent, the finest New York tent in the land. And here you are living in your 1-bedroom apartment that you could barely afford. They've created this chaos, these politicians, and then they force you to deal with it. And then they get mad at you when they're like, well, what are we supposed to do? You're like, I don't know. not allow them to come in? What was your plan? Just to have them flood the cities, lower the price of living in the cities, aka gentrification all over again? It's just like, what's the fastest way for gentrification? Well, we put a lot of legal migrants all over the city, have them camp out, put them in tents everywhere, lowers the real estate prices, and boom, finally millennials will stop bitching about how expensive houses are. Because now we have entire countries living amidst you. Deal with it, idiots. But where are they supposed to go? You know, the empathy side of me is like, I get it. That sucks. Living in a tent sucks. But again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is the fault of politicians. And I know they like to blame Texas, because why fix a problem when you can point your fingers? That's always my philosophy when it comes to politics. Let's not actually solve anything. It's those damn Republicans. If they don't just get their act together and stop forcing these illegal migrants on us, they should just deal with all of the migrants that we are forcing them to have. It's just so ridiculous. Where are your tents, Texas? Show us your tents. We'll have a tent off. Maybe we can have a show. See who has the best tent available to the illegal migrants. I'm going with Texas, because if they have more migrants, they probably have better people to work. Okay, don't say that. Drink your Zima mug and shut up, Derek. Thank you. But it's election season, and you messed up. Now people are going to have this image very pressed in their mind. Oh, you took my kids out of education over people that don't even pay taxes. So I'm paying for something that I don't even get to use. Oh, so I have to not go to work tomorrow because of your actions. Because you're too stupid to figure out that you shouldn't just allow everybody and their mom through the border and then just allow them to live for free and do whatever they want. The reckoning is coming, my friends. Gear up, for this year is going to be absolute chaos. Because I'm curious what the Republican plan is for this. I don't see much. Besides just, you know what? Let's just make them all citizens. Let's just do that. And then what? They're still living on the street. They're still having free health care. There is a hospital near me that is cutting beds and cutting nurses because it's like a public healthcare facility. Because of how many unpaid bills there are. There are too many unpaid bills for the hospital to take on. And then they put in how many of those people were actually illegal immigrants. Apparently, per day, they see up to 22 illegal immigrants a day who have unpaid health care bills. 22. And that is every day of the year. 22 out of 365. Over 8,000. So, I mean, but why wouldn't you though? If you were in Venezuela, saw what the country was doing, I would get the heck out of there too. Free healthcare, free phones. They're just gonna welcome you in. I mean, the journey there is freaking insane. I've seen videos of people going through it. I recommend seeing the Bald and Bankrupt guy on YouTube. He had a whole series where he went through that traveled as a comandante. He traveled all the way through it. It was a really interesting video, and it gave you some empathy of what these people have to go through. But also, it shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't, we shouldn't have a thing. The devastation, to the environment of what these people are doing is insane too as well. But of course, the environmentalists are silent because you need to give up your cars, you need to give up your guns, you need to give up your steak. While the rich keep their steak, their cars, their airplanes, and the poor people can just do whatever they want. Okay? It's just amazing. Have a wonderful day, guys. Oh yeah, the word of the day. Let's never forget that. Where is it? I know what the word of the day is. It's freaking tenant. Okay. Word of the day is tenant. Let's hear it. One time together.
Tenant.
A tenet is a principle, belief, or doctrine that is held to be true by members of an organization, movement, or profession. The tenet of New York City Council is that they don't care about what if you have to go to your job or work or your kids' education. They care about people who don't pay their taxes or their salaries. Have a wonderful day. And remember, this story isn't important. What's really important is these right-wing MAGA extremists are taking over the country, and we need to save our democracy, and we'll do whatever it takes in order to do so. Have a wonderful day.